On YouTube. All right, YouTube, let's see it work. Let's see it. Big money. Big money, no whammies. Look at that. I see a number. I see myself, and we're good to go. All right, folks. It's exciting moments. Before I say anything, let's just get started with the video. What are we talking about today? It is the top 10 Warframes. We've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this for such a long time, and let's get right into it. Obviously, today, I'm trying to do this as fast as I possibly can, so I'm going to go through each of the different classes that these different Warframes fall under. So you're going to see, you've got the top 10 right here, and then alongside each Warframe, you have up to 4 different classes that they fall under. So a class is something that is, mildly standardized around different Warframes. Like for me, the tank class is essentially just getting somewhere around 1,000 armor so that you can get about 80% damage resistance on top of adaptation. And then that opens up, an arcane slot for you can then put on Arcane Avenger, and that's just free crit chance on all your builds. And that's what I think is really valuable, is being able to say, oh, this frame can survive pretty well. They don't need any kind of buffs from something like Arcane Guardian. So then you can save that arcane slot and then always have free crit chance. So if you see tank, it usually means that I have Arcane Avenger in that arcane slot. And then, the other one is kind of always Arcane Grace at that point, because Arcane Grace is just too OP. So keep that in mind. Let's just get moving. And we'll get started with number 1 on the list, Hydroid. He's a tank. He's got Arcane Avenger. I mean, calling him a DPS, the main thing is like how I've built him. Those last 3 classes are all just his normal kit. Press 3, I think it strips armor, but you're going to be stripping armor anyway from your corrosive damage from your 1. So the basic gist is I have a max range Coil Horizon build, as you guys know. Longtime viewers will know, as always. But keeping an enemy in an area, keeping all enemies in an area, keeping all your abilities spammed in that area, it's going to get you just a ton of DPS. Like, it's going to be way too easy. And that's why he's number 1 on the list. It's also like me being like, hey, look at this, guys. Cool change. Yes, I will say not simple at all, but a well done change that takes him from a frame that I had a gimmick build on because he sucked to now actually being really nice. And I'm obviously going to be the asshole who's going to make the easy swap from a lockdown ability like his 4th ability to a pull ability like Coil Horizon. That's the basic gist of it, folks. It's like, keep enemies in an area, keep dealing damage, keep just spamming your ability. It's not a crazy amount of spam, but it is like kind of a fun level of spam. Anyway, let's keep moving. Number 2 on the list, Styanax. Styanax, once again, having a tank. You're going to see that almost all of the frames on this list are tanks, except for Hildryn and Zephyr. But in some ways, Hildryn is also a tank, but I'm not going to... She does have... I could put tank on the list, but she's a shield frame, and her it's weird. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Styanax, number 2 on the list. You're going to be spamming your 4 to keep your Overguard active. You're going to get free crit chance as long as you have shields. You're going to get a pretty nice pull ability from his Axios Javelin, so you're going to keep that active at all times. And then, of course, I am swapping Theros Strike for Pillage just so that I know that I always have shields. But it is also just a radial armor strip, but it is lower, but I end up really just spamming it a lot, so it's pretty easy. That's pretty much it. Like, it's just a lot of spamming your 4 and spamming your 1 and keeping all that shit active at all times. Anyway, number 3 on the list, Wisp. Triple buff is kind of all you have to say. Like, fire rate, attack speed, sprint speed, that's all 1 buff. Healing and bonus health, that's another buff. And then, of course, Roar is the last choice. And, of course, she doesn't have a negative range, so Roar is actually pretty useful to buff your squad so that, as soon as somebody goes towards your moat, anyway, when they go towards your moat, you activate Roar. That's the whole idea. You try to get all your teammates all buffed up. You try to give them as many buffs as they can get. It's really just like one of my favorite support frames, as long as there's not nullifier bubbles. I hate nullifier bubbles, but yeah, super easy, super fun, really useful with teams. I love, because it's like in a lot of missions, like people really need that health regen, and they could use a roar buff. Who doesn't love a roar buff, right, folks? You're just running around, and then one of your squad mates is like, boom, 78% damage, just and suddenly Saryn is just like nothing's alive on the map. Anyway, number 4 on the list, Saryn. Speak of the devil. What a classic. I mean, to say number 4 is, I mean, such an OG Warframe, so much fun. Like, I always have so much fun with Saryn. I think she's one of the best. I really have way too much fun with her, but what you're really talking about is just she has a lot of armor. She has a lot of buffs. You're getting Roar and Toxic Lash, of course. I'm using Toxic Lash, obviously. And then you're kind of just running around, spamming your 1, maybe pressing 4 every once in a while, but nothing is alive. It's so much, and then you're just, it's a DPS frame, so you're like, the only way to make use of a weapon is to use like a primary, like a meta primary, like Prisma Gorgon. Like Gorgon Incarnate is kind of, as long as you can keep it active, like as long as you could recharge it, it's pretty good. Like, it's one of my favorites. Anyway, it's all about just like going crazy. Like DPS frames is like, if I want to show off how crazy this game looks, then I'll play Saryn and I'll bring the Gorgon Incarnate, and I'll just dump 20 rounds into an entire arena of enemies, and then everything dies, and then you just see these numbers pop up, and it's just spreading, and then suddenly nothing is on the map. Anyway, I feel like you get, anybody who's played Saryn knows what I'm talking about. Like, it's so easy. You don't even need a really good build for Saryn. Like, you really don't. Like, it's hard to fuck up Saryn. Like, seriously, one of my favorites, but still number 4, just because like the top 3, to have like 2 active CCs, and then like also Hydroid just being Hydroid, like being my favorite Coil Horizon build of all. Like the one Coil Horizon build where I was like, oh god, I'm an evil genius. Like, I'm a bastard. And all the comments are like, god, this guy is just, anyway, that's number 4 on the list. Number 5 on the list, speak of the devil. Longtime stream watchers will know that whenever someone asks what my favorite Warframe is, I always say Zephyr. I just couldn't in good faith put her like where I really want her to be, which is like at number 1. Because like, I mean, come on, like I can't do it to you guys. Like my Hydroid build is already criminal. It's so evil. It's so like what it. The comments know. That's all I'll say. The comments know. Anyway, but yeah, Zephyr, just, you keep your tornadoes active. You're spamming Airburst, which pulls enemies in, and it like doubles the range of the tornadoes. And then like, oh my, but the secret hack is like, the secret hack is like, you see an Acolyte spawn, and then as long as the Acolyte is within range of the tornado, it still gets hit by the tornado damage spreading effect. And it's just like, oh, like, dude, oh my god, oh my, it's classic. Like, that's why Zephyr is just criminal, just so good. But yeah, still number 5. I can't in good faith put her where I really want her to be. But anyway, let's keep moving on. You get the idea. I'm pretty sure with the, I was such a bastard that I double dipped on base crit chance bonuses. I have the, Zephyr has the passive with, when you're in the air, you get bonus crit chance. And then I supplemented that with Arcane Avenger. So it's like, you literally are in the air for 1 second and you have guaranteed red crits, I think. Like, it's some, like at a certain crit percent, like if you're at like 90%, I think it just gives you guaranteed red crits, like, or at least like it gives you like 250, to the point where like you're more likely to get red crits than you are orange crits, which is just like bonkers. Anyway, number 6 on the list, Mesa. To me, Mesa will always be the queen of the Exalted. Like, such an OG Exalted frame, like so crazy. Like, Mutalist Alad V comes out, I farm Mutalist Alad V, and then Mesa Prime comes out. I remember that distinctly. I remember being so pissed off because I didn't know, and I'm glad I did it because I had to do it anyway. But yeah, Mesa sucks to farm, but so cool back in the day. And yeah, it's really just press 4 as long as you got a good stack going. Like, as long as you have all your buffs going, just everything dies. You get the 95% damage reduction. You do need Arcane Energize because you're spamming 4 at all times. You are getting Roar and the gun buff, so it's kind of nice. You're double dipping on damage buffs, which is pretty useful. But yeah, I would say just kind of an OG, kind of very fun and simple, and press 4 to win. I mean, it's kind of OG Warframe gameplay. Like, am I right or am I right, folks? But I think we can move on to number 7 on the list. Hildryn. Hildryn is my choice as the fun infinite energy Warframe. I mean, what you're really talking about is spamming pillage with pretty decent power strength. So it's like 50% armor strip, I think. But I mean, what you're really talking about is just you like with blazing pillage and breach surge, which is always the choice that gets me a bunch of comments as well. It's just so much shit happening on screen, and everything is getting, at least pacified, if not just straight up killed. But overall, I would just say blazing pillage is way too much fun. Like, it's so nice. And obviously it's a good thing that you can't use it on other frames, because I mean, it's too classic. Like, it's exactly what you want. The whole infinite energy thing works so well. I think I end up, like, she's gonna end up being so high on the usage list just because, like, for Netracells, like, if I'm in a situation, like, if I get the shitty one, then that's it. Oh, we got Nathan in the chat on TikTok at the 10-minute mark. What's up, Nathan? He says, sup, dude. Nathan N. But yeah, I mean, Hildryn, like, I put Exalted in there. I'm not going to use her Exalted weapon, but, I felt like putting it in there as well. But yeah, you're spamming your abilities enough to kind of call it a DPS, but it's pretty fun. Like, I think putting infinite energy on there is important, because infinite energy is really useful for a lot of different reasons. But, it's kind of more of like a utilitarian usefulness where I wanted to put at least one on there, like maybe not Lavos or something. But yeah, Hildryn, I feel like showed up a lot, but I love Hildryn. Number 8 on the list, Kullervo. I really wanted to put Kullervo up here because he's a new frame that's pretty easy to, like, might take a long time to get. Like, farming Deviri might take a long time, but he's the frame that I'm going to be going for when I continue the speedrunning the new War series. So that's my choice for best starter frame. Like, do some Deviri. I don't know what it's going to be like as like a base rank dude. Like, I don't know if it's going to suck ass, but you get some cool weapons. You get the Siam that you can scale pretty well. I don't know. What would be another good choice for weapon? I think a lot of them are pretty slow. You could probably do the two-handed Nikana and just kind of fuck up everything. Like, two-handed Nikana might be fucking savage. Anyway, number 8 on the list, Kullervo. What are we talking about? You're spamming 2. You're keeping your Overguard active at all times. Your third ability is what makes him a DPS. Everything in your everything that you see will die instantly with about 89% damage redirection, through these chains. You get Kullervo from Deviri. So when you do anger, sorrow, or fear spirals, there's a chance to do a Kullervo side objective. You know how the bounties are multiple objectives, so one of those will be a Kullervo fight, and then you'll get the points that you can then spend on the Kullervo shit, and then you're good from there. So it is a lot of points, so it's going to take a while, but I think you're doing a lot of Deviri anyway, because you might get good shit. Like, it's not really the circuit that you're going to be doing, it's more like normal Deviri, but you can also get good stuff from a Krithis, so there's like a good reason to do Deviri. Like, you can get some pretty cool stuff. Like, you can get some free Forma blueprints if you don't want to farm relics. Like, it kind of sucks. Yeah, same as Zaka. Yeah, it's like a bounty one where you get it, but it's like a Zaku is like something you get from bounties, I think. Anyway, Kullervo I pretty much talked about. Weapon King, the reason he's a Weapon King is also he's a buff, but it only affects your melee weapons, but it gives them red crits, so it's pretty savage. Pretty useful. Gotta love it, honestly. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Number 8 on the list, that's Kullervo. Number 9 on the list is Oberon. Yeah, and what are you talking about with Oberon? Like, look at all those classes. Like, obviously he's a tank, but the real meat and potatoes is he's got a triple buff and he's got a heal. So obviously he only should have a double buff at base, but that's just because of you're getting healing and armor. And that's what also makes him a tank, is that puts him in like about the 1,000 armor category. So it works pretty well. He's got some nice heal. You're getting it above 100. That's the main goal. You want to get it above 100. And that's something that you can just activate in the Zenuric bubble and then just kind of keep it active. But yeah, like, your fourth ability does do armor strip. You have to spam your carpets, and then you do 4, and then yada yada yada. I end up not really needing that just because I'm doing a I'm at least getting roar and I'm at least a tank, so I get Arcane Avenger. So I end up not really needing that because I am going to use a DP, like a meta weapon. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for Oberon. Like, it's pretty good. It's good to have both support Warframes up here because they are pretty good, honestly. But yeah, let's keep moving. Number 10 on the list, Revenant. He's a tank in a fun way. Obviously he just completely nullifies all damage, so pretty fun. But then the other thing is just spin to win. I think it's good to put him on here because the invincibility is like super broken and really fun, and I'm glad they keep it the way it is. As you were finishing, best Warframe for melee, I would probably say Kullervo. Yeah, if you want to go buck wild, you get pretty much built-in red crits with pretty low power strength, so pretty savage. I mean, you can also just put Kullervo's ability on any Warframe if you have Helminth. But yeah, I mean, that's the list. Reading a weep, folks. We're at 16 minutes. We're still running a little behind, so I'm going to tab this over, and then we are just going to go. It's time to move, folks. I'm going to be speedy about this because I've done these a few times, so I should know how to talk about my Hydroid build. Anyway, Hydroid build, number 1 on the list. Let's do it. Here we go. Camera is still in focus. That's good. 2 energy shards, 2 health shards, and of course a Tau Forged energy bonus shard. Okay. Of course, I've replaced his 4th ability with Coil Horizon. His 4th ability is a lockdown ability. But I've replaced that with a pull ability, which is going to be way more useful for his whole entire kit. Anyway, let's get right into it. His main ability set is you are going to keep your 3rd ability active. That's going to give you armor. That's going to, I think, do armor strip, or at least give you bonus corrosive damage. I will find out in the actual test, but we'll also find out when I read it. But, you know, take a look at the build. Take a look at the mods. You know, he is a tank, so he gets that open arcane slot, so you can put in Arcane Avenger, which is pretty important. His lockdown ability is replaced with Coil Horizon at max range, which is the other big thing, but I still have 95% strength, so that's pretty good. The basic gist of it is like, keep your 3rd ability active, cast Coil Horizon at all times, cast your 1st ability, keep it active at all times. It's an area of effect corrosive damage explosions, so it's like multiple explosions, dealing a lot of corrosive damage, getting some decent armor strip on top of hopefully you using fire, so you're gonna get some pretty quick armor strip. And yeah, that's the big thing, is he goes crazy. Let's look at the stats. So this is at 95% strength. You're gonna get a little bit bonus extra from growing power, as always, which is gonna be on pretty much every single frame that I have, like almost every single frame that I have. Excuse the voice crack, as always. But yeah, I mean, the main thing is 700 armor plus 290. You're getting, I mean, about 1,000, give or take. You know, maybe you get a good roll, maybe you get a little bit higher, but yeah. What you're really talking about is, yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. Enemies affected by corrosive offer a greater bonus. Increase corrosive damage on your abilities and weapons. Okay, there you go. Increase corrosive damage. How do you get the arcanes? So arcanes are mostly like both of those arcanes are only from Eidolons, but now you can get them from now you can get those arcanes from the Arcane Dissolution. Anyway, the other ability, Tempest Barrage, stats don't really matter. It's mainly just constantly proccing corrosive damage in the area of Coil Horizon, which is a 33 meter range, which is pretty absurd. You're going to see it in the gameplay that having 33 meters is perfect. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that covers the build. Obviously, it's nice to have 79 duration. You could replace this, honestly, with Streamline, which actually might be a better choice. You know what I'm thinking, folks? Because duration on this is 44 seconds. Duration on this is 17. But I guess that's the reason you do it, is to make Tempest Barrage last longer. So there you go. You could replace this with Streamline. I think I might keep it Augur Message. Anyway, that's the build. 719. We got to move faster. Styanax is up next. Here we go. That is 1 energy shard, and that's it. I've replaced his armor strip ability with Pillage at 194, which gets me 48% armor strip, which is pretty good. And let's get right into it, folks. Boreal's Hatred for bonus shield and also a little bit of efficiency is pretty nice. You're going to notice some very interesting arcanes. I've got Molt Augmented and Arcane Avenger because the thing with Overguard is, like, you shouldn't need healing because you should have your Overguard active at all times. So yeah, keep it moving. Intrepid stand is a must. That's going to give you tons of overguard. Like, you got to be spamming it, but yeah, you can get so much as long as you can stack it properly. Like, you're going to be doing pretty well. You want to have really high strength. I like having 55 duration. It's kind of just nice to have. But yeah, I think it's about time we get into the mods. I do have Prime Flow. I am going to be getting a lot of energy regen because we're going to be talking about his abilities right now. Let's talk about it. His third ability, Rally Point, is going to give you some free energy regen. 10 p.m. Oh yeah, you're on the East Coast. Shout out Nathan. Good night. Yeah, shout out Nathan. In the TikTok chat. Anyway, free armor, free energy regen. The other thing is you're going to get free crit chance as long as you have shields active. And the other thing is you're always going to have your shields active because you're going to get a fuck ton of overguard from this bad boy right here. Look at this final stand. 29,000 overguard cap, 100 overguard per hit. So that's a lot of overguard. We've got an up arrow saying yo in the TikTok chat. Shout out the up arrow. Keep it moving. We're going over to pillage. The big thing with pillage is you're talking about 48%, so you might have to click it twice. We had T following on TikTok. That's our first follower of the stream. Shout out T. And of course, the other big ability is going to be Axios Javelin with a 21 meter pull ability. So that means you hit one enemy in the group of a larger group of enemies, and then you're going to kill all of them instantly. So he'll be a fun one. We can use some different weapons for this one. This will be fun. But yeah, that pretty much covers it. All of his abilities, all his entire kit is pretty nice, pretty savage. So I'm thinking about getting Zaku. I wanted to ask you if he's good. Yeah. I would say the thing with Zaku is like getting the max range build going is pretty savage. It actually makes his third ability pretty useful. But yeah, that's number 2 on the list. Styanax. I do love Zaku. He's one of my faves. Number 3 on the list is Wisp. Here we go. You guys better be excited. This is going to be a big one. Oh, I almost forgot. Here we go. Double Tau Forge strength and normal strength. Look at that. Big numbers. Obviously, you're getting Reservoir giving you the double buff, and then Roar is going to give you that triple buff. And Breach Surge is her built-in ability, so pretty classic. Roar is being replaced for Will-o'-the-Wisp. I don't care about Will-o'-the-Wisp. We are doing a max strength build. We are at 383 on the strength, 75% efficiency, and 128 duration. That's all because we've got Blind Rage, we got Transient Fortitude, we've got Streamline to compensate for Blind Rage, and then we've got Augur Secrets. We've got User in the TikTok chat saying, how do you get Archon Shards? So Archon Shards are a new game mechanic. You get them after completing the new war, which is the final quest or the closing quest or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like, it's really deep in the game. It's kind of end game stuff, but Archon Shards, I think of them as Warframe Rivens. So that means talking about like augmenting your build to save a mod slot, basically. Augmenting your build to amplify your DPS if you don't need to save mod slots. But yeah, in this case, Fuse Reservoir is essential. You only cast Reservoir once. And that's about it, folks. Here we go. Let's talk about it. Fuse Reservoir. 114 heal a second. That's 383 strength getting you there. That's a lot of strength to get you there. That's pretty much all you need. Roar buff is also going to be about 120 after growing power. Breach Surge is big numbers. I mean, I love it. You don't care about the range. You're going to be spamming it pretty often. And of course, I'm using Arcane Guardian so that I can get 900 free armor so that I then qualify as a tank to take advantage of Arcane Avenger because I already have 100 healing. So as long as you're killing enemies properly, you shouldn't be getting hit. Like, that's about it. Oh my god, we had Fireteam Nocturne following on TikTok. That's an awesome username. Anyway, that's number 3 on the list. I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, it's a pretty standardized build. It's a standardized super high strength build. So that's the unique thing. It's a super high strength, really high strength. But yeah, that's number 3 on the list. Number 4 on the list is Saryn. Still my most used Warframe. We've got a single armor shard and an effectiveness on energy shard. Okay, here we go. We've replaced her second ability with Roar at pretty decent strength. We're rocking 269. Let's talk about it, folks. Here we go. Triple Umbra tank build. So we do rock Arcane Avenger. I've got some saved mod points here and there. I've only got 45% range, which is pretty low, but that's about all you need. How do you get Arcane Avenger? Arcane Avenger is from Eidolons or once you complete the new war and you unlock the Cavia. Spoiler, but You don't know what that is yet. I just gave you a name that means nothing. You can buy arcanes. You can buy arcane packs. And so if you have if you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of primary merciless like I do, then you can convert all of that to, guess what? Arcane Avenger. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Bro, I have to be max rank in Fortuna. I'm going to buy him with the skin that I want. Oh, yeah, yeah. Are you talking about Zaku right now? Oh, Styanax. Oh, I see. I missed something. Styanax is literally... Who was better? Yeah, yeah. Styanax you have to complete the new war to get. So that's the main thing. Is Styanax is gated pretty hard. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of new Warframes that are gated pretty hard. Anyway, I hope this covers the build. I've been kind of talking to TikTok, but I got to move a little bit quicker. Here we go. So what are we talking about? I mean, what we're really talking about is spamming spores consistently at all times. Duration really doesn't matter on any of these abilities because you have a fuck ton of energy. This is going to give you pretty good numbers, the exact same as this. So keep that in mind. The main thing is just spam spores. You don't really need to use miasma. Keep these two abilities active and you can use whatever weapon you want, and it's insane. Yeah, Zaku. The bundle, does it come with Zaku? I don't know if it actually comes with Zaku. Interesting. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, Zaku is pretty fire, yeah. You do have to have a pretty funky build for them, but they're pretty strong. Anyway, that pretty much covers it. I think we can move on. Yeah, let's just move on. Here we go. That's Saryn. I mean, what you're really talking about is just one of the most spam heavy. Although not really. You cast spores once and it kind of does everything for you. But it's feels spammy, but not actually. Anyway, here's Zephyr, number 4 on the list. Number 5 on the list, excuse me. We've got a Tau Forged Energy Orb Shard. And we've got Defy in the 3rd slot instead of Turbulence or whatever the ability is called, which is kind of a savage choice, but that's also that Arcane Avenger can actually proc, because if I'm not getting hit in the face, I don't get the Arcane Avenger proc, and I can't get bonus crit chance, and I can't have guaranteed red crits, which sucks. Anyway, the main thing is I only have 180 range or duration. I do have 280 range, but I'm still rocking 95 as always. But I don't need a lot of range or strength, so I have energy siphon, so I'm getting a lot of free energy. I also love Harrow a lot. Yeah, Harrow is so good. Zaku is very different playstyle than I'm used to, but these very fun. Yeah, yeah. This build low-key isn't good. Oh, Landon, welcome to the chat. We got our first member of the chat. I mean, there's always one. It's good to have them live. Usually they just show up in game. But that's the thing. Is he talking about Saryn build? I mean, it's like whatever. Anyway, number 5 on the list, Zephyr. It's just max range. That's it. You just keep your tornadoes active at all times, 70 meters. And then guess what? You cast Air Burst and all the enemies get pulled into the tornado, and that's it. And then with Defy, as long as you have Defy, then tank a couple hits, get Arcane Avenger active. I mean, it's pretty low armor, so you're going to get what? No love for Saryn? No, I just did Saryn. No, I don't know. No love for Saryn. I don't know. Elaborate, I guess is all I can say. Anyway, yeah, Defy is kind of nice. You shouldn't really need it. Oh, you missed it. I just did it. Yeah. You're late. You can watch her when I play it, because that's when I'll come around to her again. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Keep this active. Spam Airburst. And as long as you have Defy active, you can tank enough hits to get Arcane Avenger, and then you shouldn't really worry about anything hitting you. I run Saryn Prime. It's my main. Yeah, Saryn is my most used Warframe. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, let's keep moving. Number 6 on the list is Mesa. Yeah, I mean, Zephyr is one of those frames that's like so simple because it's just duration-based CC. It's fucking boring, but it's fun. I like it. I think I describe it as trivializing the game, which is fucking hilarious. Range and strength. Yeah. I only have 45% range because I end up like not even using her spores. Like the spores clear out more enemies than I can see. So it's like it's not even fun for me at that point. Anyway, number 6 on the list, Mesa, double Tau Forge strength and double normal duration. Anyway, her first ability is replaced with Roar at 79% strength, which is pretty clutch. Here we go. Nearest Hatred for free duration. We do have Prime Flow and Arcane Energize, so thankfully, third ability, Shatter Shield, 95% You know, damage reduction, pretty fire. Thoughts on Nyx? I think Nyx is cool. I think Nyx, you have to keep her abilities active in a weird way, but she is very fun. I just end up like being like, there's a lot of cooler frames, but Nyx is one of those ones where it's like, as long as you know how to play her, you're pretty much fine. Anyway, a whole bunch of duration-based abilities, and I'm still using Transient Fortitude, so I only have 163 duration, even with 2 duration shards. So you're basically spamming 1, 2, and 3 at all times, and then if you're ever scared, you press 4, and then you click everything and it dies. Mesa's Waltz is mandatory, but yeah, let's talk about the stats. We also have to talk about regulators, but yeah, we've got an hour of gameplay ahead of us, so we need to move a little bit quicker. Roar at 79%, hilarious. 66, it does suck that it's lower. And then, of course, Shatter Shield stats don't matter. 40-second duration, whatever, cool. Let's get into the big meat and potatoes. Mesa's Waltz allows you to walk around, which is pretty much mandatory. It is a pistol, so guess what? Primed heated charge, 590 heat, 429 viral, 75% crit chance. I'm slowing it down with creeping bullseye, but I'm still shooting 20 bullets a second. So it's pretty absurd. I think it's all you really need. I have double... you know, I want to get that max multi-shot for the fire damage, but yeah, that's about it, folks. You're spamming it like crazy. It's pretty easy. And then the whole thing is like, when you're in the wide angle, you kill the trash mobs, and then when you're in the close angle, you kill an Eximus or whatever, and then you leave, and then you're good. And that's about it, folks. Let's keep it moving. That's Mesa for you. I'm trying to speed this up a little bit. Number 7 on the list. As we get further down the list, Hildryn, number 7 on the list. Double health Archon shards. Very interesting choice. I do have 1100 health, which is pretty awesome. To also have 6400 shields, it's hilarious, because it means that like if you get a toxin proc or your shields break, you're pretty much fine. Like you can tank like 1 or 2 hits, and then you can cast pillage and you'll be fine. Anyway, here we go, folks. Her 4th ability, which is a lockdown ability and kind of stops you from doing anything, I've just replaced it with Breach Surge so that I can just spam Blazing Pillage and Breach Surge and just watch the Breach Sparks just be like pew 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 pew. You know, it's very fucking ADHD, and you know all the comments are gonna troll me about it, but they do that. I think OP said, is Excalibur Umbra even good, and I missed it. OP, yeah, he's pretty good as long as you build him right. He does a lot of damage. When I was playing him earlier for Exalted Frames, he was a monster. He was so much fun. Anyway, let's look at the mods, folks. All of the shield mods. I've got Prime Redirection. I've got Boreal's Hatred. I've got Fast Deflection, because Fast Deflection means faster energy recharge as well. Because you don't have energy, you just have shields. So yes, keep your 3rd ability active as much as you can. If your shields break, it will deactivate, so you'll have to reactivate it once you're safe. But you shouldn't really be in a bad spot as long as you're spamming 2 and spamming 4, which you can literally do at all points in all times. Like Blazing Pillage is going to augment that shit to infinity, and it's just so much fun to just be like boop 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 boop, like back and forth and back and forth. It's hilarious. It's so good. It's like one of the most brainless gameplay loops. It's hilarious when you just get into it. Arcane Aegis is also going to give you free shield recharge as long as it procs, which is a pretty low chance, but once you get it, you're like, oh, I'm golden, and then you're safe. So you just pray for the Aegis proc. You know, she could be a tank, but because she's shield, I would say no. But yeah, she does have Arcane Avenger, so you're really double and triple dipping on just like going crazy with the amount of damage you're dealing. Like, I fucking love Arcane Avenger. It's like any build where I can figure out a way to put it on it is like incredibly hilarious. It's so much fun. Anyway, let's look at the abilities. Breach Surge, stats don't matter. 26 meters is pretty good. I only have 45% range, but that's kind of all you need. Haven, I do like the bonus range for Haven because it makes it 21 meters, because the whole point is like Pillage will only do the Blazing Pillage if it's within the 21 meters, so you're going to need to see the enemy, so it's kind of more of a close range nuke ability. So here's the gist. Keep this active. Spam this and this. I don't know which order you have to press Pillage and Breach Surge, but yeah, look at the stats. Look at them in Weep. Obviously, we do have growing power, so keep that in mind. But yeah, it's just lots of numbers. 42% drain is probably going to end up being about 50%. But yeah, keep that in mind, folks. It's so easy. It's so much fun. Like, I can't. It's just, oh my god. And the fact that it's like actually just infinite energy, like because of how it works, it's just so good. Anyway, here we go. Keep it moving. Number 8 on the list, Kullervo. Here we go. Yeah, I want to actually play all 10, so this is, I got to move fast. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. All right, so we've got pretty standard. What do I have on here? I have nothing. Yeah, I've literally changed nothing on his build. He's perfect. I don't want to touch anything about him, and that's why I chose him, because he's just so perfect. The basic gist is your fourth ability is a area-based free combo counter thing. Like, as long as it hits enemies, it gives you free combo. Your third ability is the DPS ability. As long as you hit an enemy with that ability, they'll pretty much all die when you shoot one of them. His second ability is the thing that's going to make you a tank. It's going to actually give you that overguard, and you can spam it really easily. And then, of course, his first ability, Wrathful Advance, is the one that gives you pretty much guaranteed red crits on, what am I trying to say? Guaranteed red crits on all melee weapons. So even like status-only melee weapons, like I tested it out at one point when I was doing Deviri, and I'm pretty sure it's like even the melee weapon with the lowest crit chance in the game with these stats works. So it might need growing power, but yeah, keep this in mind. Pretty high duration, pretty high strength, dead even. Nice range. I like the range. And of course, efficiency at 25%. It's nice to have free efficiency. I do have Arcane Energize and Arcane Avenger because Arcane Grace is pretty much useless on a frame that has Overguard active at all times, so keep that in mind. You do have 2,700 health, so pretty good. Anyway, let's do it. 17,000 Overguard, that's going to be about 23 in certain missions, and also with growing power. Wrathful Advance at 358. It's probably going to get to about 400, but yeah, that might be growing power getting this over 200. Like, you might need about 200% power strength to really get that guaranteed red crits on all weapons. And then, of course, what we're really talking about is Collective Curse at 40 meters. Every enemy that you can see within 40 meters directly in front of your camera should get the proc and go crazy. But yeah, here we go. Collective Curse is the main one. And, of course, Storm of Echo, rocking and rolling with 16 meters. Not a big radius. Wonder if Zaku is on the list. I don't know what type of list this is. No, this is just the top 10. No, I didn't put Zaku on the list. Because the thing is, Zaku didn't actually show up in the top 5 a lot. Like, pretty much all of these Warframes showed up in the top 5, like, at least once or twice. And Zaku was, like, in the DPS list, but pretty low. And I think that's all that they showed up on. Like, Zaku is cool, but, like, I didn't end up putting Zaku on the list. Anyway, that's number 8 on the list. That's Kullervo. Obviously, the main thing is you've got a ton of energy. You're spamming your abilities. You're keeping Collective Curse active on all enemies. Keeping Wrathful Advance active. It only has a 18-second duration, so it sucks. And of course, your fourth ability does have a pretty nice duration, but is a little bit of a lockdown ability. It doesn't work as well as you want it to necessarily. Anyway, here we go. Number 9 on the list, Oberon. Yeah, I think what I really ended up doing is putting a lot of frames that have like really like insanely high numbers of classes. Like, most of these frames have either 3 or 4 classes. Like, Revenant is the only one that has 2 classes attached to him, and it's like that's kind of a showing that what I go for is like, I love Arcane Avenger, I love Armor Strip, I love DPS abilities and buff abilities and support frames, all that stuff. Anyway, Oberon, number 9 on the list. We've got double strength shards that are normal and double strength shards that are Tau Forge. So this is a pretty hefty build to really get it going and get it to where I want it to be. Hefty, hefty, hefty. Of course, first ability is replaced with Roar, because as a double buff by getting armor and healing, you want to also get Roar so that you can be in a team player. You really want to be a team player with Oberon. Like, if you're playing Oberon, your goal is to back up your squad. Like, your goal is to kind of be around your teammates, and if you're doing an interception or something, to really be there to help people out. But yeah, the main thing is like you need a ton of strength, and you're not going to have the mod points for it. And why is that? Because you have Rage in there. You have Rage and Prime Flow because he's a very energy hungry Warframe. But then you also have Arcane Energize, so you're double dipping on having infinite energy. You have a ton of energy regen, so you're able to basically spam your abilities at all times. Like, you're not really worried about not being able to cast your abilities. I would say the other fun choice would be coming in and putting an energy shard in here just to get even more energy. Like, I might literally do that right now, but anyway, let's get back to the build and show that later. But yeah, what you're really talking about is triple Umbra tank plus the armor buff from his third ability. Means you're really getting a ton of defense for your whole squad. 400, 500 armor, really good. You got a lot of survivability, and the main thing is you also have your carpet, which is kind of a CC, or more of like a pacification. And then you also have his 4th ability, which is going to give you that armor strip. And that's pretty absurd. Like, it deals a lot of damage. Like, I would say it's a pretty fun build to go through. But yeah, let's just keep it going. Like, it's pretty basic. It's just a lot of energy. You do need some range. And let's talk about the abilities. Yeah, we've got 72% roar, still pretty low. But the nice thing is renewal is at 96 heal, and that's going to get to 100. We've got 484 armor, so that's going to get to 500. And then, of course, hallowed ground is going to be a 20-meter radius with a 240-degree spread. So it's almost a circle. It's pretty decent. You don't have to spam it too heavy. And then, of course, anything touching the carpet will have all of its armor stripped. So pretty easy. Keep that in mind. You're going to get some free health orbs, but I don't care about that. Anyway, that's about it. Let's keep it moving. That's number 9 on the list. This is number 10 on the list, Revenant. It is going to be probably an hour and 40 minutes of gameplay, but let's just see. I'm probably going to have to move pretty fast on the other shit. Anyway, keep it moving. Here we go. Revenant, where are you? Over here. We've got 2 Tau Forge shards for health, just to keep my cat alive, because I find that anytime Mesmer Shield deactivates, they get kind of nuked, but you don't need it, but it's kind of fun. I end up having it anyway, but I have these things lying around. I can use them. You don't need it. Let's talk about it. We replaced his first ability with Breach Surge, which is a little controversial, but I just love using Spin to Win because I don't do it at high levels, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, what are we talking about? We're talking about a lot of efficiency and a lot of strength, and that's about it. We've got Transient Fortitude. We've got all the highlights. We're rocking Molt Augmented and Arcane Energized, so it's pretty cool. It's kind of unique, I guess is what you would say, but yeah, I end up using him a lot with like spam heavy abilities. But yeah, that's the main thing, is just kind of the build is all about Mesmer Shield, giving you a fuck ton of Mesmer Skin charges, and then also just Breach Surge plus Dance Macabre, or just Breach Surge and your gun. Like, it doesn't always have to be Dance Macabre. Like, you're good. It doesn't always have to be that. But yeah, number 10 on the list, I wanted to put him on here. Let's talk about the abilities. Breach Surge, once again, I don't really give a fuck about the stats. They don't really matter. Mesmer Skin, going to give you a fuck ton of charges. Going to give you probably 24, 22 charges, I think, if you're doing Black and White Man. And, of course, a ton of health drain. Like, you're getting way into the 90s when you're actually hitting a Thrall, but it's going to be lower stats when you're not. But, you know, I'm not really using it. It's mostly just when I have Dance Macabre active. I also want to use Reeve to move faster. But yeah, Dance Macabre, you're going to get big numbers, and you want really low energy usage. So that's really, really fun. But yeah, it's a pretty fun build. Very, very spammy. One of the most strange and interesting and fun builds, you know, you'll ever try. It's one of the best. Anyway, let's keep it moving. I think we're pretty much good. Let's call it, folks. Let's start playing. Let's do it. Here we go. Our first Warframe at 742. We are moving a little bit quicker, but still not fast enough. I want to try the Cinta because we are playing Hydroid, which is in fact a active CC frame. So let's go way deep into the video. We got Squidox saying you should see my Zenith build if you want to see weird. Yeah, no, I'm there. I love Warframe and weird. Warframe and weird go together so well. I think it's just the best. Anyway, let's do this, folks. Whew, that was a while. That was 40 minutes. That was quicker, but it was only 10. So I meant Zenistar. Oh, I gotcha.
Your weapons make music.
Oh, I love the Zenistar, dude. No, the Zenistar is insanely fun. The Zenistar is like one of my favorites. It's so, like, when it shows up in Deviri, I'm always like, fuck yeah, dude, here we go. All right, here we go. Let's not embarrass myself right at the beginning. Okay, first things first, gentlemen, keep your third ability active, 1500 armor. Now, the thing is, I shouldn't really be even shooting the Cinta. What I should be doing is hitting Coil Horizon first, pulling the enemies in, and then hitting them with the Cinta. Oh, and it's going to give me free corrosive damage. Oh my god, I shouldn't be wasting those life support beacons either. I should be like letting them sit. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna group up enemies.
If you have a necromech, you may use it.
There you go. That's how you. Did you see how wide that projectile is? That is like one of the girthiest projectiles I've ever seen. Oh my god. With the funny disc, I'll link you a build if you want to use the disc and actually nuke with it unironically. and it was nice. Yeah, dude, it's like, if I actually did level cap, I'm sure it would be fun, but I end up, it's already been so high on my usage list for so long that I pretty much never use it. But it's just one of those meme builds where it's just like, if I use it in Deviri, it actually works pretty well. But yeah, no, I think it's like, it works perfectly like if you have a active CC. Like if I had the Zenistar right down, I would be fucking slapping. Like, it would be so easy. Anyway, this is a pretty good place to hang out. I haven't even cast my first ability, but I might not even cast it. Oh, somebody stole my weapon. That's fun. That was a shit Coil Horizon. There you go. That was much better. Here we go. And we delete them instantly. Look at those numbers, folks. I'm not even going to use my first ability. Look at this. Maybe I should, just to show you how it works. Whoop. Okay, look at that. You get big numbers. And then what are you going to do? They're all completely stripped of all their armor, and you just clear them out like it's nothing. Oh, we are going to move a little bit further inside. We can still get the black and white man buff. That was a shit Coil Horizon. We're going to cast another pretty much for free. We're going to cast another pretty much for free. And then whoop, whoop. Me and my 30% volt usage at 15k hours. Yeah, I had to bring that shit down. Yeah, like my Saryn is now only like 8% or 6% usage. Like even my most used Warframe is like way lower. Because I just felt like the whole, like the usage list is such a unique way to play a game that it's like I don't want to squander it. Like it's actually the only way that I can play this game now is like only using my least used gear and actually figuring out a build. Like builds are like, it's so much more fun when you're like forced to use a weird combo and you're like, okay, how do I make this work? You actually have to figure out how to make it work, and it's really fun. Like it's one of the most fun times I have is like, oh shit. Like I end up like the fucking, you know, like the Angstrom Incarnate, which is insanely strong, or like maybe you're using the Gamma Core Incarnate, or like all of these really fun weapons. You're like, oh, I could totally make this work, but it might just need, you know, a really weird Riven or something like that, or it might just need this strange build that you know only works best on Arcane Avenger, only works best when you're using an active CC. Like it's so good. I'm more a fan of Zephyr CC. I just kind of use whatever. Yeah, well, Zephyr CC is a duration-based CC, which is the, like, at least for me, is the strongest form of CC because it's, like, complete pacification, complete, like, it's a complete separation of build and weapon. Like, oh, that's a kill instantly. Jesus. What was that, a grenade that one-shot me? That's fun. Okay, here we go. Instant revive. Gotta love it. That's what I get for not keeping Coil Horizon active, and probably also not keeping this ability active as well. Oh, and they're going to steal my fucking gun again. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm getting nuked. Oh, I only got 400 armor from that. What's hitting me? Oh, is that a Battlist? Oh, did the Battlist spawn already? Here, one sec. Let's do this. Something's hitting me for a zillion, and I got to figure out what it is. Okay, that's a little bit better. I mean, still not super crazy. There's the Oculus. Yeah, I don't know what was hitting me, but it was definitely hitting me for a zillion. Definitely scary. Definitely want to keep my first ability active. You can see it's not a huge radius. And honestly, this fucking middle area is just sending me for a loop, folks. Sending me for a loop. But you're seeing, like, this is the strategy. This is the power of a fucking max range Coil Horizon plus Cinta. Like, the Cinta just is like suddenly like, oh dude, that's all I ever wanted was just being able to shoot one spot and kill like a dozen enemies instantly. Like it's just so savage. There's 700 armor, not great, but what I can just do is, oh, there's a hallway. Oh, there's a Cinta hallway. I love those. Just like a group of enemies that are way too close together. Okay, here's where it gets fun. We're gonna cast this. We're gonna keep this active. And then I'm probably going to end up using the Falcor for this situation. Just because look at that. We just completely stripped all of their armor just instantly. Something deleted all of my energy. But yeah, Malice is dead. I'm going to roll out of that. I'm going to hit this guy real quick. He's dead. I think I need to come over here and... Nope, he's still alive. Okay. I do still have 700 armor. I'm just going to cast this, 900 armor. I'm going to cast this, cast that. And then I'm probably just going to use the Falcor on this guy. Yeah, we're at 536. It's 750. We're still moving a little slow. Alright, keep it moving. And we're out of here. We're going to kill this guy and then we're out of here. Alright, done. Keep it moving. Let's see that fail, folks. Alright, we gotta move quicker. It's 7:50 already, so you know, this is going to be an hour of gameplay. I got 10 Warframes to go through, so I'm shooting for no more than 5 minutes. We're already at 6 minutes, so you know what that means, folks. We're looking at probably a 6 or 7 minute game, so easily a 2-hour stream. This is going to be a fun one. But yeah, we're going to try and cruise a little bit quicker. I do at least want to kill the Acolyte, but I feel like I might not kill the Luathrax enemies. I use Synta on Volt with Electric Yard, Carnage Shards, and Shock Trooper. Infinite Electric proc chain. Dude. Yeah, well, that's the thing is, like, I just don't use weapon with a Warframe combo. Like, I just never really do that combo. Like, my whole thing is, like, I end up using weapons in such weird situations that, like, when you randomize your gear, it's like you kind of have to make a build work on any Warframe and just make a Warframe work with any weapon. Like, you have to be able to decide, like, okay, this Warframe is going to be played with this weapon and yada yada yada, blah blah blah, keep moving. But yeah, that's the whole point, is like just doing a level 200 conjunction. It's a nice way to just be like, all right, here's what the gameplay looks like. A little bit stressful. I think, folks, we're not going to kill the Luathrax enemies. I'm going to kill the Acolytes and then we're running. Like, as soon as I hit 5 minutes and the Acolyte dies, I'm out of there. I'm not really fucking with anything else. Oh, this is going to be a bitch and a half to charge this Incarnon with Axios Javelin active. That's going to suck. Got to keep that in mind. Love it. Love it a lot. But look at this. It takes a couple of shots. It is a 4-second reload speed because of my Riven, but that's okay. Fully charged. Oh, looks like Black and White Man. It looks like there's a reverse hallway. So the hallway we're going to stay in is actually going to be this one, because Black and White Man is going to be on this side, maybe? Yeah, over here. Yeah, here we go. So here's the power strength buff. Okay, he's going to walk over here now. Perfect. So we're going to convert. Probably lay down a couple shots. I do want to do this. Actually, I probably don't want to do that. Maybe for the first one. There's a decent amount of that shit going. And then while I have all this shit active, I do want to... Ooh, nice. Love it. Keep pillage active. And now's the time. So now's the time when I have enough energy regen and I have enough just enemies around me that I can pretty much spam Overguard forever. And as long as I don't get shot too much, I can pretty much have max Overguard at all times. So you're seeing the combo. Get growing power, get a guaranteed growing power proc. You might do it a little bit cheaper, like with the laser or something, and then do it. Because you don't actually want to kill the enemies. You only want to get growing power and then be in this buff, and then you can get like 50,000 Overguard like instantly. It's so easy. And then, of course, when you're using the laser, you are super OP. But I don't think... Yeah, I think the explosion is super buggy on glaives. Like, you have to spam it, like, 5 times. Yeah. Yeah, you have to, like, click it a whole bunch. Okay. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, so all we're really doing is... Oh, we lost our third ability, so we're going to get this active again. We're going to get growing power. And then here we go. We're going to try and hit as many enemies as we can with our javelins. We want that multi-hit. I want to see what happens if I just do it from the ground. Oh, it actually is pretty low. I might just do it from the ground. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, this is... Look at this. 36,000. So you're seeing the combo. I mean, what you could also do is this while that's active. And then you get a little bit of armor strip. But yeah, the main thing is you're just basically stacking Overguard. And that's it. You want to keep your Zenuric bubble active as well. I've got... oh, it doesn't even say how much energy regen I have. It's too bad. Yeah, I've got Molt augmented, so it's like the longer I play this mission, the more power strength I'm going to get. So it's kind of stacking. The amount of useless jumping is crazy. Bro, that's like the weirdest take I've ever heard. in a game that's literally all about moving, that's like the whole point, is to just be in motion at all times. And like the idea of, bro, it's like, stop jumping as much. Happy Vibe Master. I'm sorry, like some people say shit in chat where I'm like, oh, I mean, it kind of is fair, but that one I'm like, bro, are you stupid? Yeah, like the whole point of the game is to be moving around at all times so you don't fucking get shot. Like, look at this. I'm stopping moving to read chat, and then look, all of my overguard is gone because I wasn't doing the fucking useless jumping. It's like, is this a Destiny player? Watch, this guy's like, oh, and Destiny's better than Warframe too. It's like, yeah, drop that on me too. Bro, Warframe, I haven't played in years. Yeah, dude. No, it's good to see it. It's one of those games where, yeah, if you fall off, you fall off. Like, that shit falls hard. There's always shit coming out for Warframe, and if you're not caught up, it sucks. Is that Cycron? No, this is the Gaze kit gun. And the Gaze kit gun is kind of essentially the Cycron. Like, it has infinite ammo as well. Oh, no, I have the Styanax Gamma Core. Never mind. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I was using. I thought I was using a Tenet Cycron, or I thought I was using a Gaze kit gun, but I'm actually using the Styanax Gamma Core. Oh my god. You haven't played since they added railjacks? Oh my god, dude. That's so good to hear. There's violence. Okay. I don't have any of my anything active. Yeah, I'm gonna get deleted. I'm gonna try and spam Overguard as much as I can and stay away from violence as much as I can. I might actually swap to the Gorgon Incarnate and see if I can't just clear him out instantly. Let's see. Give me a couple shots. Give me a couple of good shots with the Gorgon Incarnate. Look at that, gamers. Alright, 4 minutes, 55 seconds. Is the Trumna a good weapon? Yeah, I'd say the Trumna is a pretty good weapon. It doesn't really need a lot of mods to be insane. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Like, the Trumna is one of those weapons that has built-in fire damage. It has built-in AoE. It has like 200 rounds in the mag. Isaiah Lee followed. You know, it's got like, the whole point of an AoE is it's not just about having an AoE. It's about having 2 damage procs per bullet. So like every time you, especially with the Trumna, which is a rifle, Zig followed, Isaiah followed, shout out. Like the whole point of the Trumna and the Kuva Shakur and the Opticore Vandal is like, you have the bullet that you shoot them with, and then you have the explosion that also shoots them instantly at the exact same moment. So it's a double. It's not only a double damage tick, but it's also a double status proc. So you get 2 free status procs. So it's insanely useful. You can really just stack shit to infinity. And that's why, like, when you talk about like full auto AoEs, like they're insane. Like Accelitra Prime is fucked up. Wisp Prime is next. Gotta love it. Wisp Prime, I might still use the Prisma Gorgon. I might use something like the Accelitra Prime. No, I can still use the Prisma Gorgon. Let's keep moving. Faster than ever. Wait, I want to check something real quick. Come on, Styanax Gamma Core. Come on, I believe in you. Come on, I believe in you. Yes! Look at that. Okay, Styanax Gamma Core has joined the ranks. Alright, here's the choice. I think I want to play Dual Toxicist Incarnate. This one's going to suck to charge. Oh, shoot. Ew. Nah, we'll do this one. This will be more fun. I was using Cycron and Falcor like 4 years ago because it was just fun. No, Cycron and Falcor, because Tenet Cycron is out now, and Tenet Cycron is fucking giga broken. It's just all fire and viral damage. And is the Riven disposition good on the Trumna? It's decent. I mean, it's like the whole, like, I think my Trumna Riven is like a mod saver, so it's like Toxin and something else, and that's probably what you're gonna want to go with. But yeah, I would just say I would say it's a pretty easy choice. Like, it's one of those weapons that works with a Riven, works without a Riven, but if you can get a really good Riven, yeah, it's like the stats are, I honestly think the stats are pretty low. I think it has bad Riven disposition. I think a lot of people use it, if I'm being real. I just got a 50% off, and Dante is almost here. Oh, dude. Surge. You got a 50% off. Oh, well, I mean, get the plat and then wait for Dante and fucking buy Dante or something. Or buy Styanax Deluxe. Like, damn. Oh, we get a good tile set again. Look at this. A nice tile set. Gotta love it. Okay, here we go. We're going to get the growing power proc. We're going to get the black and white man proc. And then we're going to put a bubble down. And I'm not even going to bother because I don't need the bubble, the Zenuric bubble. I already have 100% speed. Like 100% speed is like way too much. You move like way too fast. But I'm not really going to spam anything right now. I want to see how fast the normal Gorgon shoots, like when I need to charge it. I just love this gun. Like, it's so fucking satisfying. It has insane built-in heat damage. Like, you guys know, on a primary, if it has built-in heat damage, it's fucking savage as hell. Like, it's just monster. I haven't even cast Roar yet. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna be an idiot. I'm actually gonna stay here for a while, and then I'm just gonna cast Roar. Let's see what kind of numbers I get. Oh wait, do I have Molt Vigor? No, I don't have Molt Vigor. No, let's just not even be in the Zenuric bubble. Let's just be over here, and then cast Roar, and we get 153 on the Roar. Look at that, folks. Oh my god. Is Roar or Eclipse better? I would say that it depends on what you want to use it for. Like, for me, I use Roar on, like, Wisp because I want to buff my squad. But if I was using it on, like, Trinity, which has negative range, then I'm going to use Eclipse because I don't need... Because I'm not going to... My squad is never going to get the Roar buff anyway, so it's essentially useless. Also, guys, did you see how fast I dumped 120 rounds? Should we do that one more time? Should we count how long I can dump 120 rounds? Let's just hold down the trigger. Oh my god, dude, that's so good. Should we do another test? I think I want to have some more fun with this. Let's get rid of some of these guys. I'm being a little risky right now. Let's cast Roar again, and then I'm gonna swap to the dual Toxicist and just see how fast I can charge it. Okay, fully torqued, and then here we go. Let's see how fast I can dump my entire Incarnate. Oh my god. Yeah, the dual Toxicist Incarnate is kind of scary. Like when you get a buff going. It's like, ooh. Like when you get a good fire rate buff going, it's like everything dies. But it's like, it's not one of those weapons where you want to put fire rate on it because it's kind of a wasted mod. Like, it's better to just buff the damage because then when you do have fire rate, it's like so much nicer. Like, I'm so glad that dual Toxicist Incarnate is like fully ranked up because it means that when I'm ranking up Goss, I get to use this weapon that's just all it wants is a fire rate buff because then you can even like charge it faster, which makes it even more useful. Keep Roar active. And yeah, look at this, dude. Look at these numbers. I mean, it's like, this is the whole point of Wisp, is like, even using like just a meta pistol, like as long as you have the Falcor, as long as you're still using a mostly, you know, super optimized build, you're still able to like completely just map wipe like it's nothing. Like, it's just hilarious. Like, Wisp is just so strong and so easy to play that, like, yeah, the heal may not work forever, but it's like, you shouldn't have enemies alive. Like, if you're ever scared, you press 3 and then you kill all of them instantly. And if you can't kill all of them instantly, then it's like, yeah, maybe you're at level 1000 plus, maybe whatever. Do I want to trade? Nah, I've got gameplay to do. I still have 7 more Warframes to review, and we're at 803, so we're making pretty good time overall. Oh, I don't have a Wisp buff anymore, but I do have Black and White Man on this side, so I can put a Wisp buff on this side now. So that's all I really want. Okay, we get an Acolyte spawn pretty early on. I love it, love it. Oh, my cat's down. That sucks. Let's get a Roar buff going. Here we go. Nice, loving it. Look at this. Yeah, honestly, dual Toxicist Incarnate, pretty savage. I'm honestly just going to let my cat recover. I do not give a fuck. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We get Malice again. That's pretty good. Malice is going to hit me with his bubble. I'm going to dash away. And then I should have charges in my... yeah, so this is the whole point. Is you need to have charges in at least one Incarnate. Because when your Acolyte shows up, when your Battlist shows up, you just don't want to die when the Acolyte's alive. If you die when the Acolyte's alive, that's fucking embarrassing. That's cringe beyond belief. Because that means you miss out on that cycle's steel essence. And if you don't get the steel essence, then you might as well just fucking extract. Because now your rates are all fucked up. So that's just absolute dog shit. Dog water maneuvers. Incredibly awful plays, as always. I do want to get this guy fully charged, and it is 5 minutes, so I am out of here. I do not give a fuck. You can see I took big damage from that. I took a slash proc that just nuked me. But that's the thing is, like, if you're ever scared, you have another healing. Like, that healing is just a passive healing to keep you alive. But if you're really getting fucked up, you just go into your operator and heal. Which mission is this? This is Circulus, which is a conjunction survival mission on Steel Path, where base enemies start at level 180 to 200. So base enemies are 180, Eximus are 200. Shout out King Kong Dong for following. That I just straight up read that username. I just raw dogged that username, and I was not prepared for that. That was incredible. Hell yeah, I love Warframe. Shout out King Kong Dong. Too easy. Love it. Love it. Oh my god, you know what I'm thinking? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Let's do it. I think we're ready to go with number 4 on the list, Saryn. I'm definitely still using the Prisma Gorgon for this. Yeah, it hasn't moved an inch. Yeah, let's just keep it moving. I'm loving it. How long have you been playing? I think I've been playing since Gara came out, since about Plains of Eidolon. I came out, I think, because I think Chains of Harrow was before that, but after that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I came out around that time. Like, I think that was about 2017 when I got back into it. I downloaded the game once when I was really young, but I had no ability to like play it seriously or actually like get into it at all. So I ended up like not playing it for a long time. That was also when it was kind of shit. So I didn't play it in the early days in the Dark Ages, but I did play kind of in the Renaissance around like Plains of Eidolon when they started to clean up a lot of shit. And they did like, you know, some rework, some quality of life adjustments that were like really nice. But yeah, I would just say that I think for the most part I got in when it got really good. Like once the Eidolons came out, I was like, oh, I think this is a game that I can really play it for the long haul, and I ended up really actually doing that. And once I started like getting a decent income, then I was actually able to like get in and actually have a lot of fun with it. Like it is a pretty fun game if you have the time to invest and like get everything, then it's pretty fun. I'm getting kind of deleted, but I think I can pretty much just do this. Get spores active, and then there we go. That should pretty much clear everything out. Yeah, I want to keep spores spreading. You can see the range is pretty good. Spores is also going to kind of tell me where the enemies are coming from, so that's going to be pretty useful. You can see it's spreading pretty decently. I want to be in this arena because that's going to make the best use of spores and miasma. So there you go. So there's miasma, spreading the spores better. You're noticing something, which is that oh, I'm actually running at 100 FPS. Oh, that's pretty good. That's good. I like that. I'm actually running pretty decent, but it's a lot of shit happening all at once. I want to keep Zenuric active because this is a pretty energy intensive build. You're actually kind of sucking down energy pretty heavily. But yeah, you're kind of seeing like there's a lot of it which is just not actual gameplay. I'm just kind of targeting stray enemies. Like if anything isn't killed from spores, then I'm kind of just reactivating spores. It's pretty basic, pretty easy. Of course, when your dual toxicist gets discharged, that's going to suck a little bit, but it's not something that you're going to have to worry about too much. Alright, too easy. Looks like we're a little bit down in the dumps. We're going to hit this. We're going to hit that. Alright, too easy. Alright. There you go. Look at that. There's one more thing I got to activate. Keep this active. And now look at that. The spores are just going. Alright, here we go. What do I missed? What gun are you using? I am using the Dual Toxicist Incarnon, which is a pistol that has like an alternate version of itself. So the essential idea of an Incarnon is you take an old weapon that's old and crappy, and you make it new and fresh by giving it an alternate fire mode that is essentially an entirely new gun, but the whole gimmick is you have to get headshots to charge it. So you charge it up to full, you convert it to its Incarnon form, and then it just turns into this monster. And you can see that part of what makes Dual Toxicist Incarnon so broken is that you just have so much DPS bonuses from both Roar and Toxic Lash that it's just, oh my goodness. Like, it's just criminal. You want to keep spores active. We had Ivan follow. Shout out Ivan. Still moving pretty easily. Not really something you need to worry about. Kind of just coming around. We're at the 3-minute mark. We're at 8:09. We're actually making pretty good time. Yeah, I think, folks, here's what I got to say. Fuck the dudes. Fuck the dudes that I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Oh, I got to roll out of that. You know the dudes. You know the boys. This guy is down. We're at 3. Oh my god. Malice dropped in at the 3-minute mark. You're seeing what I'm seeing, folks? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Look at this. Look how many life support modules are just floating around. That's how you know how much damage I'm actually doing. Is this steel path? Yeah. This is circulus, so they start at level 180. It's not the highest level you can do. I kind of want some kind of like really high level mission that I can just do for fun. Like the Entrati Labs is close, but it's still not there. I think there might, like, it's close, but it's not as high level as I want it to be. And that's why I think, like, honestly, I think this Conjunction Survival is the highest level content that you can do, because I like starting out at a high level. I would rather do this than Mott, because I just fucking hate Mott. I mean, Mott sucks. Let's all agree, Mott sucks. I would much rather be stressed out when I'm doing like a 50-minute survival and I'm just getting fucking swarmed with all types of bosses every 5 minutes. Like, it's so much more fun and stressful, and in a different way. Like, it's a completely different kind of Warframe. It really keeps you on your toes. It's the type of Warframe that lags your computer because there's just so much shit happening at once. You really like have to keep yourself active at all times. But it's like when you're doing this survival, you get good at doing survival. Like, it's very fun. We've got some Battlelist spawning that I can delete pretty quickly. I do have Black and White Man. I do also have Growing Power. Where's the other Battlelist? I think they're already dead. Okay, keep this active. Ooh, that's a one-shot. That's a one-shot from a grenade. Here we go. So everything is dead. I might be fucked. No, I see a couple enemies. I think we might be okay. There we go. We're good. All right. Still alive. Okay, 5 minutes. We're out of here. 8:11, and we're at number 4 on the list. We're making pretty good time. Yeah, we are doing all 4. What do you use for armor strip? Oh, I'm literally just using the corrosive damage from spores. Like, the spores ends up doing enough work that if I even see an enemy, they're essentially already dead. Like, because the enemies that I can actually see are already the enemies that are affected by spores. So they're already getting their armor heavily stripped. So if I'm even looking at an enemy, they should already be dead.
Yourself.
Oh, so good. God, ice cold crisp water is just so good. We're at the 1 hour and 12-minute mark, and we are on number 5. Oh, one of the OGs level. Mastery rank. Is that what you're talking about, GoldenEye? I am Mastery rank Legendary 4. Did you build your Saryn for strength and duration? No, pretty low duration, a decent. It's mostly all strength. Yeah, I'm Legendary 4. For this one, I can use pretty much anything, so I'm gonna use the Synta. Yeah. The only people in the game that are higher mastery than me are founders. I'm not a founder because I was fucking 13 years old when this game came out, and that was a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, it's classic, folks. Hope you guys are having a good time. As always, if you're watching on TikTok and you're enjoying the content, you know, I've got all of these videos, all my past videos up on YouTube. So, you know, this is, of course, the top 10 list, but, you know, I've got some big lists up there. You know, I've got some, you know, we've done armor strip, we've done tanks, we've done active CC. So, you know, if you're interested, if you enjoyed what I'm putting out, you know, I've got some tests at the end of every video, so you can kind of see me playing the frames live. You can see me play at least the top 5. Most of the time, that's all that I can really do. So definitely keep that in mind, folks. I think what you're really just talking about is I want to explain it to you in a way that's like easy to understand and easy to digest so that you can, you know, learn from it. And what I want to say is I don't want to be the be-all end-all for your Warframe builds. Like, I think if you're looking for a build, you should look for a build in a lot of different places. Like, it should never be one video decides how you build. You should see, like, okay, well, this guy's using this mods and this is how he explains it. So I think a lot of it is like, you want to be sure to explain it in a way that expresses to the audience that, like, hey, guess what? Like, a lot of this should be a little bit subjective. Like, people will always, you know, people will come at video games with different levels of objectivity, but I've always been of the mindset that, like, I don't think I should be the objective truth to, like, what is the best build in Warframe. Like, I think I will say the best, but, you know, it should be obvious that, like, I think everyone should take everyone's tier list with grains of salt. I don't think anyone should, you know, when people are leaving comments, they always go with the assumption that what you're trying to provide is the be-all, end-all, definitive, objective tier list, because in some ways that allows them to say like, oh, you know, that allows them to, you know, make, you know, argue in a different way, is I guess how I would put it, in the nicest way possible. But yeah, I think the main thing is like, I think every build, every tier list should always be taken with a grain of salt. There's always nuances to how people play them, and they're always different in certain ways. But I think the main gist of it is like, I want to put Zephyr at number 1, but I really just can't. So I wanted to do a list that was actually better for you guys. So shout out GoldenEye for following on TikTok. But you're seeing like, this is the type of lag-inducing gameplay that I want to see. Just like absurd content and just dealing. Look at this. Look at this. Almost guaranteed red crits. Like if it's a crit-based weapon, then it's gonna get like 250% crit chance, which is just fucking comical. And I'm not even casting Defy. Like, look at this. I have to be outside the radius to get the Defy buff, and then I get it for 43 seconds. And then what I can do is then hold 4, get that active, and then press 2, and look, they're all just in the tornado. I'm lagging the fuck out of my game, and then I just instant nuke all of them. Look at that. It's so savage. It's incredibly brainless. That's why she'll always be one of my faves. And of course, you have your first ability, which is so useful for Deviri. Like, you can just move so fast. It's the best. And then I can kind of hover here, spy all the enemies. I can realize that, oh, I already had all the enemies inside the tornado, so I just hit that, and guess what? Game over. Look at that. And then all you need to do is get shot once, and then I have enough for like a couple bullets. There you go. Arcane Avenger. There you go. Cast that. Excuse the voice crack. Here we go. Delete them with that. Okay, perfect. I mean, this is the main gist of it. It's like, you don't even need to actually hit them with the full Synta shot. I mean, it's fun to hit them with the full Synta shot, but you don't really have to. Once the combo is going, it is just criminal beyond criminal. It's just so fucked up. And I actually have to find enemies to get Arcane Avenger, which is kind of the most hilarious part. Look at this. And then look at this. Oh my god. Look at the gameplay, dude. You can pretty much do any mission solo. Can you show me your Zephyr build? Yeah, I can definitely show you the Zephyr build. I mean, literally the only thing that matters for the Zephyr build is 2 things. You have max range, and you're also doing a double Umbra, so you still have 95% strength. And then you also have Arcane Avenger, which means you need Defy to at least survive a couple hits if you don't have the things active. So, Arcane Avenger is kind of a savage choice, but really watch this. There's one extra thing I want to show you. Was that 750? Yeah, watch this. So he's inside of the tornado, and he got dealt the damage from the tornado. I got hit really big right there, so I want to be a little bit careful. But yeah, as long as the tornado is active, Angst will actually be affected by it as well. Oh my god, I got staggered by something. Here we go. Let's be a little bit more careful.
They know you're here.
A little bit more careful. Come on, come on. Let's do it. There you go. That's what I want to see. Look at that. So that's the other secret hack, is like, as long as the Acolyte is inside the range, then you can actually do both. You can kill the Acolyte, you can kill the enemies, you can lag the fuck out of my computer, you can drop it to like 80 FPS. I mean, 80 is like hilarious, but yeah, I'm waiting to upgrade to that new rig. I'm curious. But yeah, I am taking big damage still because I don't have Defy active, so it's kind of a trade-off. I mean, there's 100,000, whatever. But yeah, keep the 4 active. We got 5 seconds left, so I'm just going to keep this 4 active, pacify all the enemies, and then it's 5 minutes, and we're out of here. All right, good mission. We got the Steel Essence, and now I can actually speedrun this a little bit quicker.
These manifestations.
There's a straight away. A little bit not useful in that situation. Oh, this is a good one. Spam that. Keep moving a little bit quicker. Spam that. Go straight down. Oh, did I bug myself? Nope, I'm good. Okay. I was definitely frozen there for a second. You guys saw that. But we're at 820, 818, which is pretty good overall. I kind of love it. All right, and we're out of here. That's number 5 on the list. We got 5 more to go. That took about half an hour. So, yeah, we're kind of on schedule, I guess I would say. Yeah, I'll show off the Zephyr build. What operator school do you use, and can you show me? Yeah, I use Zenurik, and I literally just have it all maxed out. I have everything maxed out. Zenurik, the second ability, makes headshots deal bonus damage, so it's also pretty good. What frame would be best to use with Meta Tori's build? Is that Torrid? Is that the yen symbol? Yen. Are you talking about the Torrid? It says Tori's. Yeah, Torrid. Yeah. Meta Torrid. I would say a DPS frame. You can really use anything, but use a frame that can deal as much damage as the Torrid can deal. So use kind of like a DPS frame. Like I'm about to use Mesa here. I'll show the Zephyr build real quick. Defy is replaced for her third ability. You got max range 280. You got 95% strength. You got 170 duration, and that's pretty much it. Energy Siphon is important. Arcane Grace is important, and Arcane Avenger is a double dip and pretty savage. Anyway, keep moving. Number 6 on the list, Mesa Prime. Here we go. Classic. Let's do it. I don't want to use the Cinta. I do want to use the Gorgon, though. Here we go. Let's do it. All right. I love it. Wait, what? What did I miss? If you can. What are you talking about? Wait, I'm moving. More gameplay. Shout out Isaiah Lee. He says thank you. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I'm trying to be good about it because it's like it's the whole point of doing the test is like you can see the gameplay happening live. You can see me talking it through. If I mess up, then I'll call it out. Like there was a couple times when, you know, I feel like if I record something for an 8-minute video, I might re-record it. But for this, if I die in the middle of the gameplay, you'll see it. I'll fucking revive myself, and then I'll be like, all right, let's keep moving. That shit happens, dude. A Blitz Eximus, a grenade. You saw it. I died twice to a grenade. Like, it happens, folks. It happens. We're at number 6 on the list. So we're still moving pretty quick. Black and White Man is in a good position, so I think that means we don't have an incorrect spawn. I'm going to cast this. I'm going to get some free energy. And then I'm going to cast... Actually, I'm just going to do Roar and the other buff outside of the bubble just because I don't really need it. 1, 2. We got 117 on the Roar. That's the main thing. So this is the thing. The enemies are actually going to move a little bit too slow. So I'm going to kind of move towards the center. Because the whole point is, like, when these enemies start to pile up like this, you know you're going to get a bunch of life support modules. So keep that in mind. Watch this. Let's see if I can do it. There you go. There's an easy hit. So we're double dipping on a weapon buff. So I kind of want to always have energy bonus active going. I want to have as much energy as possible. And I want to actually avoid getting energy orbs until I have low energy. So I've got some life support charges in the back. These guys are still moving a little slow, so I think I might just clear this out. There you go. That was an Arcane Energized proc, so we're at 400 energy now, so keep that in mind, folks. Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of exactly what you want. I'm just glad that the content looks okay and that it actually is running okay. You know, that's the whole point, is like once you set up OBS and it works properly, you should just keep it and don't fuck with it. Hit them with this, hit them with this. And that's the thing, is the Gorgon is actually pretty easy to charge. So it's one of those weapons that you can actually pretty easily spam. But I think what I might do is keep the Gorgon charged for the Acolyte and then actually just only use the Toxicist, because I think it's more fun to show off. Like, yeah, a lot of the meta pistols work a lot better if you have a buff. So it's like if you're already using a meta primary, then you can easily just use a pistol and be fine. And then if you're ever in a high stress situation, then you swap to the primary. And that's when the gameplay actually gets serious. But yeah, I'm pretty much just charging this up to full and then cruising on through. Gotta reload this bitch. Would Saryn with her spores and the Roar toxic would be a good combination with Torrid? Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. No, Saryn is a great choice for the Torrid combo, because the whole point is, like, if you're using a DPS frame, you want a weapon that can keep up. And if you're using a meta primary like the Torrid, which is also an Incarnon, then yeah, you want a frame that can keep up in terms of DPS. So it's a match made in heaven, because obviously the Torrid has some insane, like, the Torrid is really good even when it's not in Incarnon form. So using it with Saryn means that even when it's not in Incarnon, it's super strong. Shout out Butterfly for saying, is this game pay to win? And then follow up from that, we had Up Arrow, and also it's the big diff, don't do that, saying Warframe is 99% free to play. Yeah, I think what I love about Warframe more than anything is that a lot of people in this game have a lot of pride in playing it only free to play, and that there is a path to doing only free to play, like farming shit that's really annoying, selling it for platinum, and then spending that platinum for the stuff that you can't get of any other way, like spending platinum to get something like a deluxe pack, or like maybe like getting Oricon Catalyst or getting Forma that way. It's like It's really, really useful and really, really fun. And I think it's something that this community is really unique about, that they actually can say like, yeah, I take pride in the fact that I only play Warframe free to play, and I will always only play it free to play. Like, I think that's one of my favorite things about this game is like, it's not like Destiny where you have to spend money just to play the new content. You can actually just never spend money. But what I always tell people is like, think about Destiny. Oh my god, Squan says, hey Amar, I just graduated and I got Mirage Prime, so she's a good frame. Yeah, Mirage Prime is really good, and Eclipse is about to be reworked, and Eclipse is about to be way better, so you're going to love Mirage Prime. Once Eclipse gets reworked, it's going to be huge damage. And the thing is, like, you don't really need to build Mirage for range, so you can actually do like a negative range build and have like a ton of duration as well. And then if you have that, then you're pretty much cruising. Like, then you're going to have some insane Eclipse bonuses. You're going to get absurd damage, like so much fun how much damage you're going to get. We're at 4 minutes 26 seconds, so I'm pretty much still just running around like a madman. Here we go, clearing out most of the enemies as best as I can. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but if you keep an eye on the mini-map, you can see the enemies that I've killed. Like, you can see the red triangles that are going away. We're at 4 minutes 41 seconds. Here we go, let's do this. We still got good duration on both of our buffs, or all three of our buffs, so that's good. The reticle is still pretty small. This might be a good situation to hit the Battlist with this, the super tight. Yeah, look at that. Look at the damage on that. So you can see, like, I can pretty much keep this active at all times. Not going to bother with those guys. I'm out of here.
Extraction is ready.
The game is pay to speed it up, but not pay to win. Yeah, like you can get content faster, but you don't need all the frames. Like, it's good to start with the frames that you actually think are cool. It's good to start with prime warframes. There's a lot of new warframes that are now primes, because like a lot of the things is like, as newer frames are designed, they have cooler and cooler designs, crazier and crazier designs. And that's the whole point, is like, the deeper you go, the further you get in. Once the prime frames start coming out, like Gauss Prime is awesome. Gauss Prime is so cool. 3 days for a frame is crazy. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is like, it really makes, but a frame is something that you got to invest in. And that's the whole point. It's like, it builds up the hype, and then you got to invest in the frame, and it's expensive to invest in them. What am I missing? Are you able to share Spores, Roar, Styanax Build once you die? Yeah, I can show that. Yeah, one sec. Oh, I'm missing a bunch of shit. Yeah, we had It's the Big Diff following. Shout out It's the Big Diff. Mirage is good. Yeah, Mirage is good. Yeah. The craft times, but that's the whole point. The craft times are there for a reason. I just started like 2 weeks ago, and I'm addicted to this game. Shout out Brandon Hicks. Love it. I've been on for 3 days. I love it. I've been using Gauss. Hell yeah. 3 days for a frame is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. Almost 4 days because of the parts. Yeah, but I think that's the whole point, is like, farming a frame should take a while, because you should be invested in it when you get it. Brandon Hicks, shout out Brandon Hicks for following. If you have time, can you show your Zaku build? Yeah. So I was going to show a Saryn Spores build and a Zaku build. Here, let's do Saryn Spores real quick. The fun thing is an Amber or an Azure Archon shard for armor. And then, of course, you've got an energy shard in here. Roar is replaced for her 2. And let's get right into it. You've got a fuck ton of strength. That's it. 269 strength, 128 duration, 145 range, just so that Spores has a decent range. You're doing Transient Fortitude, Augur Secrets, Power Drift for all the strength, and Triple Umbra. Triple Umbra is critical so that you can use Arcane Avenger. It's very, very savage. The whole point is, like, Saryn is like a hybrid DPS buff. So strong. You're getting big numbers. Spores stats literally don't matter. It doesn't matter. It's infinite scaling. 80% Roar, 80% Toxic Lash, and Miasma is super useful. There we go. That's Saryn. And of course, we've got Zaku. Here we go. Zaku. Let's do it. Super classic. If I can find them. There we go. I've got a single energy bonus shard. I've replaced his third ability with Pillage. Let's get right into it. 280 range. That is max range. I do have 119 strength, so I'm trying to get a little bit bonus strength out of that. I am using Molt Vigor to get bonus strength when I cast my 1 and my 2, because using my 4 is pretty important. If you have time... Oh, that was the other thing I read. Shout out Ryan De Lorenzo for following. Shout out Ryan. But yeah, max range, that's pretty much it. 119 strength, that's pretty much it. Duration, it's nice to have 55% for this, which is your main ability. If you're doing really high level scaling, you're going to be recasting these abilities more often, but it's not really necessary. You're going to be recasting Grasp of Loke mostly, but that's about it. Keep it moving, folks. I think that's pretty much all I need to say. Max range is the basic gist of it. But yeah, that's number 6 on the list that we just played. Number 7 on the list is Hildryn. We're making pretty good time, I would say. Hildryn, I'm also going to use this. Dual Toxicist doesn't need to change. Yeah, let's just move. Keep it moving, folks. Here we go. Full steam ahead. Number 7 on the list, Hildryn. Let's do it. We got 3 after this. Doing pretty good on time. How many hours do you have on Warframe? Ooh, we can actually find out. We can look that up right when we get into the game. Here we go. Ooh. I think I have almost 8,000 hours on Steam. But let's see what I have on in mission. That's the only one that really matters is in mission time. So we'll look at that one in a sec. Give me 1 second. I believe I'm over 3,000 at this point. But I don't know how far over 3,000. I've been doing pretty good, but you never know. Let's just take a peek. We're going to move over here, activate the survival, and then take a quick gander. Let's look at the stats. Here we go. Stats. In mission time is 3,122 hours. There you go. 130 days. That's in mission time. That's like playing, actively playing the game. All right. That's one of them fully torqued. Let's keep it moving with the other as well. There we go. Nice and fun. Now, let's do the Hildryn gameplay. Keep your 2 active at all times. Keep your 4 active at all times. Literally, you should be casting these abilities all the time. You should always have Pillage active. You should always have Breach Surge active. Like, there is no reason not to have them active. If you don't have them active, it's because everything just died just like that. You saw that. That's insanely savage. This is the combo of the lifetime. It is a spam-heavy combo, but it's insanely useful. You should have max shields at all times. Nothing should be alive. It is insanely spam-heavy. You honestly don't even shoot that much. I'm only really shooting so that I can get growing power. It looks like we might have a shit spawn. I think we might have a shit spawn. I'm noticing lots of enemies spawning from over here. And I think that's because, yes, we have a tile over here. So this is where we're going to be hanging out. We're going to be hanging out in the starting room because that's where all the enemies are going to be. We're going to hit this. Our shields are looking a little low. So we're going to just keep this active at all times. And you're kind of seeing the gameplay. There's a bunch of enemies. We're going to hit all of them at once. They don't have any shields, so I'm not actually going to get any bonuses from them, but they're already dead. There you go. There's nothing alive, so I actually am not taking advantage of pillage at all. We're going to cast this. We're going to cast this. You don't want to be too high above the enemies, but you do want to be a little bit high above the enemies so that the terrain doesn't get in the way. And you can gotta get a clear line of sight on how far you can go. So yeah, this is the basic gist of it. Is we're in a starting hallway, so it's a double hallway. So it's gonna spread the enemies out a little bit, and that's gonna kind of impact how you play the survival mission. Shout out Green for following. Is that Green Dragon? Is that what that's supposed to be? I think I understand that. Keep Pillage active. Keep Breach Surge active. Keep spamming your Toxicist. That's about it. And then when this shit gets active, then you're kind of game overing the entire universe. Here we go. Look at this. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Come on.
All manner of Orican
I'm not torqued yet. I don't like it.
To the Circulus's proximity, if you have a necromech.
Okay, here we go. Almost there. All right, now we're ready to go. Here we go. Hit this. Hit this. All right, perfect, perfect. All right, folks. Yeah, what are we talking about? I mean, yeah, this is the basic gist of this. I guess there are more enemies spawning over here, but yeah. Oh, look at that. All my shields are gone, so I'm going to definitely be in my operator for a second. Get all my shields back. Recast my 2. Recast my 3 as long as I have the black and white buff, and we're back at it. So that's what happens, folks. You slack off for a little bit, and it's game over. Oh, I missed some shit. Green says, how long have you been playing for? I've been playing since about 2017. That's when Gara came out. That's about when I remember playing. We also had Up Arrow saying, what was the Archon chart? I know it was yellow, but what did you choose? Oh, no, wait, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about for Zaku? Yeah, for Zaku, it was yellow. It was a energy bonus. So it just gives you a little bit more energy from every orb. That's the only thing I have for Zaku, if that's what you're talking about. The Honored One had returned. Wolf! Wolf, it's been a while. Good to see you in chat. I'm sorry, I think I left you hanging on Discord a while ago. and I felt bad. I opened up Discord and I was like, oh shit, I think Wolf sent that up. I missed it. So sorry about that, Wolf. Good to see you back. Do you want to get in the gameplay for the last 3? We've got 3 Warframes left. I mean, depending on how quickly you load in. We'll see if any of you guys can get in. Because, yeah, Wolf, you're just on my friends list. So I guess I'll see if you're on right now. Let's see. Are you on right? Oh, I'm in solo. Fuck off. Yeah, I even forgot I did even text it. Oh, I gotcha. See, that's why you're the GOAT. I mean, as always. The GOAT gamer. I'm actually doing shit in terms of life support. And it's probably because of that shit. So I don't want to fail this mission, so I'm going to activate this. But yeah, look at this.
The sentient is on to you. Look out for troopers.
Same with this. Same with that. Here you go. Come on, come on. Come on, more damage. Come on. There you go. Done for. Alright, easy. Let's do it. I won't be playing Warframe soon. Oh, dude. What? Damn. This game makes my Xbox lag so much. Yeah, I totally get that. That makes perfect sense. I am not surprised. Up arrow says the fuck did go, bro. What did I just say? The fuck did bro go?
Extraction is ready.
Shut up, you guys. I've done 7 Warframes already. I've already done 2 more, and I still have 3 left, and it's 8:35. So today is a big video. Today is the big one. Okay, so I'm glad that I got through this shit pretty quickly, because now I've got other shit to do. I got to plug in time codes. I got to plug in a bunch of fucking time codes. So keep that in mind, folks. But that's pretty much all I'm doing for the back half of the day. Is just once I finish the stream, I'm just plugging in time codes. That's it. I'm like at my second home. Oh, I see. I gotcha. Wait, what happened? All right, folks. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on right now? Oh, somebody subscribed and I didn't see it. Oh, the Skydiver subscribed. Just subscribed right now. Shout out the Skydiver. That's why I didn't see it. Well, I guess that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, I'm getting a little distracted. Sorry, I read a text that I probably shouldn't have read, but no, we're all good, folks. Let's keep it moving. All right, here we go. All right, where am I looking? Kullervo. That's what I'm looking for. Number 8 on the list. We got 2 more after this. Yeah, I'm gonna use Dual Tox Assist, and I'm gonna use Prismagorgon. Let's just keep the setup rolling. Wish I was rich. I would be myself. I would buy myself a Mitsubishi Evo 9. Dude, sounds fire. Which operator school do you use again? I use Zenuric so that I can get free energy at all times. When I was a kid, I lived here, and now I'm back for some time. Oh, I feel it. I gotcha. All right. Anyway, keep moving. I'm getting distracted as always. We are closing out the stream in a little bit. We got probably 2. We do have 2 Warframes left, but that's probably going to be about 15 minutes, I think, maybe. Yeah, it should be a little bit longer now. I wanted to do all 10. I wanted to do the top 10 just so you guys could actually get a good idea of, you know, what I'm actually talking about. But yeah, I think it's pretty basic. I guess what I realized is I probably could have swapped to the Prismagorgon when I was fighting the Acolyte. But yeah, I will just do that, won't I, folks? Okay, easy clap. Keep it moving. All right, too easy. Gorgon is fully loaded. I think we have a good spawn. So the main thing with Kullervo is he is pretty spam heavy. So I am going to have to do this. Oh, don't like that lag. Oh, I'm going to die. 1 second. I'm going to get 18,000. I'm going to get 28,000. Let's see how high I can go. I think that might be the max. 27,900. Okay, fully loaded, ready to go. Let's get this guy going. Yeah, 28,000 looks. Okay, here we go. Now we do this, and we kill everything. And we do this, and we kill everything. With 1 bullet. 1 bullet each. Oh, I'm scared. Press 2. 27,000 overguards. Press 3. And everything died. And everything died. Oh my goodness. Oh, tell me it isn't the best. Anyway, I'm gonna move into this arena. My cat is dead. That does suck. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna get some decent overguard. I'm gonna hit it again. Some decent overguard. I haven't even used Wrathful Advance. Click this. Boop, 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 boop. Dead. Look at that. Too easy. I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean, this is really just a fun time. That's why I love Kullervo. He's just so good. What am I missing? I miss Warframe. I can't torment the Goss mains anymore. Dude, I feel it. What am I doing? Cast this again. Cast this again. Cast this. Kill everything. Okay, that's pretty much it. Why does Warframe look this good? I never seen it like this. Shout out Ivan. It's probably just running well because it's running above 60. It's a very graphically intensive game, but yeah, it's mostly just I'm a very hectic and fast-paced person. Like I just kind of play very quickly. I don't know if it's brazen of me for it to say. Is it grindy? I would say a little bit, but the thing is, like, you don't need to grind everything. If you want to grind everything, it is pretty grindy, but you can start off with a few things, like a few prime Warframes and a few prime weapons and a few decent weapons, and then that's pretty much all you need. Like, you don't need a bunch of crazy shit to actually survive. Like, the end goal is, like, when you're ready to do certain content, then you'll do it. You don't need to do all of it all at once. You start slowly. Like, my whole thing is, like, I think it's really good if you guys are interested to check out my speedrunning the new War series, where I actually start a fresh save and I actually go through like from levels 0, like from scratch. And like my first goal that I'm working towards right now is completing Fortuna. And the main thing is I want to get to level 4 in Fortuna so that I can get access to the primary kit guns. Because for the time being, the primary and the secondary kit guns are going to be like, they're going to be some of the strongest weapons in the game. And so it's an early goal for you to go for. Yeah, Ivan, I would say, yeah, go for Fortuna. Do all the starting areas. Do a couple missions in the starting areas. But yeah, I think Fortuna is just a lot more useful than Plains of Eidolon. Because Plains of Eidolon is going to give you a lot of mods that you should already have just from starting the game. And that's kind of the nice thing is, like, I'm glad I did all the starting missions, and I'm glad that I'm only doing, like there was an alert for Fortuna that gave you some fucking, what are they called, debt bonds. That's the only thing that I've done off camera, because it was off stream and I needed to do it. And so once I did it, then I got, like, yeah, I got a bunch of free debt bonds, and that's basically going to cover me forever. Yeah, start with Volt, farm basic mods, and get Rhino, then learn basic. Yeah, I would say start with Excalibur. That would be my choice, just because Excalibur has really good, like, health stats. Like, he survives really well. Excalibur is going to be the one that I'm going to stick with for a while, but Volt's also really good. Oh, shot. Wait, that was Archon Way. Wait, you guys are moving quickly. Vincent is in the chat. I saw Vincent saying yo. Tib is buy Revenant Prime. That's it. Yeah, I feel it. Honestly, that's a vibe. Yeah, that's why I've always loved Excalibur, is he just has a lot of health. So he's just, like, very tanky. And you don't really need a lot of armor, but it's nice to have a little bit of armor when you're using Excalibur. It survives better. Yeah, Volt better. Yeah. Yeah. Wolf, of course, Wolf saying Volt better. Yeah. Wolf's like, Goss is the best because he's fast. No, but Volt is useful because the thing is, like, it's better to be fast than tanky in a lot of gameplay. But I'm always going to choose tanky because it means you can have a little bit more ease of gameplay. And, like, having a little bit more survivability is going to be way more valuable. So, like, Volt does have his shield, which is pretty useful overall. I need to swap to this to kill this guy. Like, it's really the debate of, like, yeah, it's like, if you're good enough at moving, then Volt's speed is, like, not as useful, because you can actually just, like, move faster than Volt's, honestly. Like, a bad Volt is slower than a good Excalibur. Like, an Excalibur that's actually good at movement. Oh, fuck, we had a really late Acolyte spawn. That sucks. That's not something that I like. Good thing I can just spam this shit and just delete them. Gotta love it. I mean, and that's part of why... Oh my god, one sec. Oh, here's the fun thing I can do. Oh, love it. Yeah, there's, like, guaranteed red crits. Gotta love it. Alright, we're out of here. I'm out of here. Oh, and I can do a fun gimmick. I can teleport. Let's see if I can teleport properly. Oh, I can teleport to there. Look at that. And I can teleport to there. Nope, that's shit. I can teleport to there. Cool. Where else can I teleport to? Look at this. He's so cool. I didn't even use most of his abilities. I didn't even use Wrathful Advance until the very end. But yeah, it gives you free crit chance. How cool is that? Yay. I'm done. How do you get critical delay mod? That is a corrupted mod, so you get those from the Demos Dragon Key vaults, which is like old school shit. I'm using Gus. Oh, I missed it. Oh, you said it twice, I see. Sounds good. Thanks. I'll try it when I have the time, yeah. Yeah, we're almost done here, folks. We got 2 more frames. It's 8:45. This is a long fucking video. A long video. 2 hours. I mean, Jesus Christ. But yeah, the back, it's literally an hour and 20 minutes of just playing Warframe. So, like, you can really just skip around. Like, I don't expect people to just sit here and watch, like, a full hour and a half of me just playing Warframe. Like, that's just a stream. Like, this is just, the front half is at the actual builds. You play car games, Amar. Car games or card games? Because I play a lot of, like, Infinite Runner car games that are pretty fun. I love Infinite Runners. Those are some of my favorite games. How's this guy doing? Pretty good. All right, keep moving. This is number 9 on the list, Oberon. It's 8:45, and we got 1 frame after this. One of the most classic cars, yeah. I also need to know how to get Vital Sense and Hunter's Munitions. Vital Sense is hard to get. Vital Sense, I think, is from some extraction mission. Oh, here we go. Up arrow. I don't know, but what you should do is go to my YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube and go watch one of the videos where there's one video where I'll tell you how to get all the starter mods, and I'll tell you the best place, and I think it's from Speedrunning the New War. I think that's a video. It's a cross, not enough. Oh, it is a cross. Oh, it's a cross. That's why it looked like a weird up arrow. I might need glasses. These are fake glasses, but I might need real glasses. It's a cross. It makes so much sense now. Dude, shout out R. Conway, as always. And also shout out Cross for not saying anything. Like, for just being nice about it and not, like, making me embarrassed. But, like, yeah, I appreciate you saying it, R. Conway. I don't want to embarrass myself and call someone the wrong name. You finally figured it out. Jesus. Oh, my God. He was trolling me. He was giving me a troll. 155 heal per second and 775 armor. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy God almighty. Hit this as well. 116 on the roar buff. And this is the point where we're going to go buck wild with a little bit of juicy action from the dual toxicist. Look at that. Fully ready to go. Here we go. I mean, we should just be dealing so much damage that we should just be one-tapping all these dudes. Look at this. And this is the power. Because the Prisma, the Gorgon Incarnate does a lot of damage, but it's still a pretty small area overall. But the fucking dual Toxicist Incarnate. Oh my God. It's so good. Way too good. I mean, look at these numbers. Look, it's like healing like 1 tick a second. That's it. Just like 1 tick. That's it. Just way too OP. I'm literally just running around ranking up the dual Toxicist like a madman. As per usual, moving at full speed. I'm glad that I'm finally all caught up. You know, now that the Icarius Prime has joined the ranks, like all the weapons are back in a good spot. So I can actually use like some really fun Incarnates. Like this is the first time in a long time. Excuse me, the first time in a long time that I haven't been using like the Icarius or something, and it's so nice. It's so nice. Look at this decent ass heal. Oh, I need to charge it again. Fuck. This might suck. There you go. There you go. A little bit better. There we go. Fully loaded. Okay, here we go. You know, I don't even need to use the armor strip. I could if I wanted to, but I don't really need to. Okay, too easy. Too easy. Seriously too easy. Oh my goodness. Look at this, dude. Clearing them out like it's nothing. Oh my God. Look how savage this is. It's just insanely savage. It's just so good. Okay, look at this. So easy. Okay, I don't even have Roar active. I should have Roar active. And that's the thing is, like, Oberon doesn't have reduced range, so if you use Roar, then you're basically just Mr. Team Player. Oh, he took my weapon. Fucking son of a bitch. I still got 54 shots here. Yeah, I'm good to go. Look at this, dude. We're at 2 minutes, 35 seconds. We're just chilling. Oh my God. Oh my God, I missed a bunch of shit. Wait. Oh, I was good. Your reading skill are beyond amazing. Honestly, 10 out of 10. To be honest, the only thing I have that can do damage is Baruch himself. Just get Protea, man. I don't use female frames. Dude, and then he drops the Giga Chad emoji. Oh my god, dude. That's why it's good to see Wolf. Like, as soon as Wolf is in the TikTok chat, I'm just laughing. I'm just cackling like a fool. Like a baby. 57 in Kirkland tomorrow? Jesus. That's fucking hot. I love that. Love that. Oh, but that's it. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. It's going to suck tomorrow. That's going to be rough AF. Super easy. Keep on moving. Alright. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. Okay. Alright. Not super terrible. Okay. Okay. Cool. We're good. Oh, that guy was at the 3 minute and 40 second mark. Dude, clutch. Yeah, this is literally going to be a 2-hour video. This is going to be a fucking monster of a video. Oh my god. Yeah. But I gotta say, shout out YouTube. We get a bunch of viewership this late in the stream. It's good to see it. I mean, I'm glad that it kind of kicks up right at the end. But yeah, this is insane. I mean, I appreciate it, YouTube. Love to see it as always. You know, we're working towards it. I'm hoping the video is consistent. I might end up swapping to my primary in a second. Oh, unless someone just steals it and forces me to swap. Why don't I hit them with a little bit of carpet action just to kind of pacify them a little bit. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Holy torque. Okay, good to go. Oh, you're gonna steal my shit again? Okay, cool, 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 cool. Almost done here, folks. 4 minutes, 37 seconds, and then we just have to do Revenant, and then that's it for the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, it was a big one. This is the one that I've been building up to. I wanted it to be as fast as possible so that I could actually just get through the builds and do all 10. And that's exactly what we did. We actually reviewed 10 different Warframes playing Circulus, which to me is like one of my favorite like test modes of like just generic gameplay. Because it's stressful, you get the bosses. I'm out of here, dude. I'm out of here. I don't even need the Thrax Plasm at this point. Like, you only really need to kill the Thrax enemies if you're going for longer than 5 minutes, so guess what? I'm fucking out of here, man. And then we've got one frame left, and it's Revenant, and then we're done. Oh my god.
As you conquer the foe,
shout out Gaming Aurora on YouTube yourself. Says, hi, Mar. What's the leaf circlet you were using? Oh yeah. That was the unique circlet that you got from doing the Gargoyle's Cry event, which is no longer active. It was like the first time that you could get like a free circlet. Yeah, the leaf one, like the laurel crown. Yeah, that was like a unique circlet that I'm sure will return when Gargoyle's Cry returns. But yeah, that's about it. We're doing the last one, Revenant, and then we're done, folks. It was a great stream. Really loved it. Had a lot of fun. But it's good to close it out with a classic. It's literally been a 2-hour stream, my longest stream yet. Woo! Jesus Christ. What a monster. Woo! Notice how I always seem to see the stream in the last few minutes. Are you in a weird time zone, dude? Because it'd be like 11 or 12 o'clock if it was on the East Coast. Yeah, where are you at, Archonway? What time zone? What time is it for you, Archonway? I'm sure I've asked you before. Oh, it's almost 11. Oh, okay. So okay, I got you. So yeah, then you're 2 hours ahead, or yeah, 2 hours ahead. So you're in Central Time. So then yeah, you're probably like close to the Mississippi or something. Yeah, I mean it's Central Time. 7 minutes to 12. Puerto Rican Rizzler. Oh, I'm dead instantly because I forgot how to play Revenant. Puerto Rican Rizzler says 7 minutes to 12. Puerto Rican Rizzler is on the East Coast. Maybe in Puerto Rico. Who knows? Do I still have that buff? Yes, I do. Okay, I got 22 charges. That's pretty good. And then Rob is also probably somewhere maybe west of the Mississippi, maybe east of I think West Virginia is where it cuts off, where the Central Time cuts off. Shout out Archonway for showing up. Yeah, it's late for you, man. It's late. So late AF. This is a shit spawn. This is a dog shit spawn. I'm going to literally keep the enemies in this area. Yeah, this is the thing, is my cat's going to fucking die. Okay, let's do this. Switch to the dual toxicist. Keep this shit active. Yep. I get to sleep enemies, so I get free headshots on them. Love it, love it. Keep this active. Keep my 2 active. And then, yeah, I might just stay in here with Breach Surge, because this is a fucking dog shit spawn. Dog shit spawn. And I just really hate getting my gun stolen. It pisses me off. Yeah, this is just awful. I gotta kind of lead the enemies away, but yeah, this is just gonna be a terrible run. All things considered, a terrible last run. One of the worst, as always. That's always how it ends up being with Revenant. I mean, I should probably use Dance Macabre to at least show you. And here we go, look at this. Just wiping the field. Do it for a second and then go away. I do want to definitely keep my cat alive, so I'm going to hit him with this. There we go. Keep this active. Loving it, loving it. I mean, seriously, just incredible gameplay. I mean, folks, it's like, are you settled in or what? Like, is this not just exactly what you expect from Warframe at this point? Just press 1 and then shoot everything, and then it basically just does everything for you. Don't even really need to target all the enemies. It's essentially just going to do a lot of it for you. Do you use his third? His third is really useful if you use Enthrall, because then it gives you like a bonus. Like when you kill enemies with Reeve that are enthralled, then it like instantly kills them basically. But no, I only use Reeve when I'm using Dance Macabre, because it allows me to move faster. Here, I'll show you. Here, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to hit 4. I'm going to hit this, and then I'm going to hit 3, and I'm going to move really fast. And this allows me to like clear distance and then just kind of delete everything. And you can kind of hit them with this, do that. All right, too easy. Fully torqued, ready to go. We're at 2 minutes 48 seconds. What am I supposed to? I'm pretty much good. Yeah, I mean, TikTok. If you guys are still here at the end, if you enjoyed and you had fun, I mean, I would definitely appreciate, you know, going to my profile, subscribing on YouTube. You know, we're at 400 subscribers. We're going for 500. So I'm pretty certain that I'm gonna hit the watch hours pretty soon. But I think I might actually, like, my subscribers might be the last thing that I hit. Like, I'm gonna hit the max watch hours like before I hit the subscriber goal. So, you know, definitely if you enjoyed and you feel like supporting, go subscribe on YouTube and get me to, you know, road to 500. We're at 400, 405 or something like that. So, you know, every subscription is much appreciated. But yeah, it's you know, I'm really grinding at this shit. I mean, my whole point is, like, I've played this game for so long that it kind of has to be the game that I default to. Like, obviously I might do videos on Helldivers. Like, at some point in the future, I might do some type of Sunday streams where I play something else. But for most part, like, Warframe Wednesdays will be pretty consistent. You might always see me doing some kind of, like, you know, either you know, Steel Path high-level gameplay or maybe some other type of gameplay, but it's always going to be pretty consistent. That you're always going to see Warframe every week. But then, you know, if you're interested in other games, you know, if you like Souls-likes, you play a little bit of Elden Ring, play a little bit of Wo Long, definitely some Helldivers. You might see me play Helldivers with the boys, but yeah, I think the whole point is, like, my goal right now, my focus is hitting partner on YouTube, so that's my focus right now. So, you know, if you're here from the streams, then yeah, definitely stay tuned, stick around. You're going to be seeing a lot more streams. I might fail this if I can't move fast enough. I might fail it if I can't move. I'm going to fail it. At the 1 second, yeah, I'm going to fail it. All right, there you go, folks. That's all we got. We're closing it out. We're not going to get the kills. All right, that's it. I'm done. I got greedy. Good end. Good end to the stream. But yeah, you saw me at least play him. So that's all I got for you, folks. I'm just going to call it right now. Yeah, I know that. Did you also know Revenant is faster than Titania? Yeah, true, true. I know that. I know a lot of people know that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you, folks. As always, YouTube, you guys were great. We are at 8 minutes 58 seconds. We're at 8:58. So it's almost a 2-hour stream, essentially a 2-hour stream. But yeah, you guys were great. I hope you enjoyed. That's 10 Warframes reviewed, 10 full tier list, all 10 Warframes. Shout out Milo for following right at the end. We got 12 new followers, 1,400 likes on TikTok. But yeah, I mean, you guys were great. As always, to the last viewers on TikTok, if you enjoyed, definitely go subscribe on YouTube. Shout out to Skydiver for subscribing on YouTube. 13 new followers now. Shout out Puerto Rican Lizard, the Puerto Rican Rizzler for being number 13. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's pretty much all I got for you. As always, we'll be doing this every Wednesday, so same place, same time. In the future, you're gonna see a story from me on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's for TikTok users. You're gonna see a story on Tuesday and Wednesday reminding you about the stream that's gonna happen on Wednesday. And I'm gonna also be scheduling that as an event on Wednesday, so that's also something to keep in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try and schedule an event. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Next week is meta primaries tier list. We're doing our first weapon tier list, so that's going to be really exciting. Stay tuned for that. That's all I got for you folks. Take care. Bye bye. I'm out of here. See you.